Hey YouTube, coming at you with a member submitted from Aztec, whose new real name is Carlos, so thank you for the support. TYRANTRUM, skeledirge, and slowbro. So this is the second time I submitted battles. I took your advice for the first video submission and was able to hit expert for the first time earlier this season. I had a bad week of Open Great League and dropped to 2474. I really like TYRANTRUM, Jesus, and wanted to make it work. I feel like the back two Pokemon handle the main weaknesses, being fighting and fairy. Yep, you also have a. Oh no, I guess I was gonna say water, but I guess dragon neutralizes water weakness. Team is currently performing well. 3-2-3-2-4-1-5-0-4-1. I understand I have a big weakness to ground. Yes. Ooh, triple weak to ground. How fun. I lost to 3 crocodile teams, but I haven't seen too many. Licky Licky was Earthquake. Licky Licky with Earthquake is an issue, but I've managed to play well against most. These were the last 2 sets I played. Feel free to critique. Yes, so it's always good, like when I get these submissions, if like the you can even acknowledge your own, because I think that's like half the battle, right? You need to acknowledge like I put this team together because of reason 1, 2, 3, and I know it works for these reasons, and I know it doesn't work for these reasons. So yes, triple weak to ground. So you just kind of need to play most of them like out, like not much you can do about it, right? So let's take a look at the battles. Skeledirge lead, nice lead, especially because fire is very resisted. Fairy, easy instant swap into this matchup. Getting to the surf before they can potentially launch an icy wind. So gonna get this off. It leaves them with 1 HP, which is annoying, but it will not take you out, so it doesn't matter too much. It does land though. They'll come back in with their skeledirge. Now you can probably get to a surf here. So we're gonna get to a surf. It's just you're only gonna get to 1 move, and it's the better damage per energy and damage move. So Scald, right? Sorry, you are not running it with surf. You are running it with Scald. I'm guessing you did not have the community move of surf, so just running with Scald. This is disarming voice, so it's gonna be super effective. Opting to let it go. You do live. Out comes a Scrafty. Get the skeledirge on it. So worth 1 shield here. And then farm up at least 1 more incinerate. It is a full foul play, so I would still just probably do 1 just in case. The timing on 5 turns are pretty tricky. Does land. Gonna get your Shadow Ball. No, you can't bait here. Gonna bait. You can't bait here. You cannot bait there. You had such an energy advantage. Why bait? You were out of Shadow Ball already. So finally grabbing that shield and then trying to catch here and able just to get to the move because Incinerates are resisted. Yeah, that was, don't bait there. When the difference is 1 move too, on the, maybe it's 2 moves because you're on the second one, but like, it's just not worth it there. Okay, Licky Licky. Again, you said this with Earthquake is a little tricky. The Dragon Tails are adding up. You both get to the Earthquake and Crunch in 5. So we're going to shield up the first one just to see what it is. It is an Earthquake. So just... You built up to a Meteor Beam, which I think is the right play. That being said, I don't think most people know what the moveset for this Pokemon are. Like, I think you're fine just throwing the Crunch right at 5. It's so attack heavy, and the Dragon Tails are adding up pretty quickly. Normally, I would always suggest go up to your full move so you can bait the less move. You know, in this meta, it's a little less likely. Did you just catch a Brutal Swing? Okay, so catching a super effective Brutal Swing is a decision. I guess you are doubly to dark in the back too. Do take it out, even though I thought they got to a move. Okay, yeah, I guess they just quit there. Bruxish. We'll see what the fast move is on this thing. It is Confusion. These Dragon Tails are adding up, but these get to the moves pretty quick. Yeah, there's only 12 to their moves here. So we're going to shield up a Psychic Fangs. Now, easy timing there, 3 versus 4. So going 1 fast and throwing. Do take it out. Let's see what they come in with. Alomomola, again, neutral here, and you have a Skeledirge in the back. So you definitely need to stand this matchup. Chip here, which is nice. Slowbro. Now, behind on energy. That was fast, so it's probably just psychic. And now I'd probably farm up a bit here. Maybe here. Yeah. That's when I would time too, so nice throw. This will not grab a shield and get to another one. I don't know why they're shielding. A second one? Do they have like a fairy in the back or something? Maybe I'm reading a fairy, but you also have a skeledirge, so you can just, yeah, even though you'll take it super effective. Yeah, okay, easy read. And there's like, that's so obvious. Don't make it so damn obvious, people. At that point, with Slowbro so low, I think you just have to try and come in with your fairy anyways. Wasting 2 shields there is crazy. Okay, Slowbro, poison is resisted on the rock, so able to chip a bit. You'll probably live any one of the moves. So letting the first Brutal Swing go, and poison's resisted again, so it's not something you need to worry about being farmed down on. Crunch here will grab a shield, though we'll get to another move here, and now you have a decision to make. You can just go take the shield advantage or try and keep switch here. The Brutal Swings come pretty fast though, so you may not... Okay, so it looks like you're getting like CMP or maybe just before. Okay, at this point you let this go. Yeah. And I would come and just incinerate because poison jab is resisted and incinerate is a ton of damage. Yeah, okay, I guess you get a lot of damage there too. I always just find that like the incinerate damage is just so valuable, getting so much energy with one move. But getting way ahead on energy there is also very beneficial. Did lower their attack with Scald. It is just a body slam. Brutal Swing's not going to be enough from this range. So they're going to live. And they're going to get to a move. Opting to let it go. It is a Shadow Ball, so that will one shot. What's in the back? It is a Medi, so good. Yeah, lots of top lefts here with this alignment in the back here. Let's go. Fire lead into a Medi. Your swaps are pretty quick. That was fast. That's like a nice punch at best. Which, like, that's what you need to be able to do. I think I just kind of talked about it maybe in the other video, maybe this morning. Shooting so many of these damn love cups and it's all the same Pokemon, so it's tough to remember all the different matchups here and teams submitted. But one of the things I said is like you need to be able to oh yeah, I think it was this morning with it was Make Her Go. Basically the submitter said Make Her Go is my safe swap, so I'm gonna instant swap there. Which I'm like, I don't agree with Make Her Go as a safe swap, but you have a strategy. And it's the same here. Like you can see the second you got hit with a fighter or something, you just instant swapped into one of the Pokemon. Again, Slowbro is safer of the 2 Pokemon. So this was a pretty easy matchup. It was a fire double fighter, so you just hard countered it all the way through. So there's not much to talk about here. Rotom. I'm astonished. Yeah, it's an electric ghost. I've gone up against it a couple times. It's very tricky because it's a ghost and that hits super effective against Psychic Slowbro, which I play with often. Ominous Wind. Going for the full farm down here. So lost a shield, but a ton of energy. So unless it's a fairy instant swap, everything else probably chip. And it is a Scrafty, so instant swapping. Yeah, okay. I guess Fighter would make sense to also leave because Rock and Dark are resisted here. So coming in here, yeah, you are, again, double weak to Dark in the back. I was going to say, I wouldn't be surprised if they let both go and maybe just try and run with Scrafty after. But we'll see what happens here. No, okay, shielding 1. Trying to poison you down to come out with energy. Now, are you going to get a 1-turn leg? Okay, lucky you. If you got a 1-turn leg, you wouldn't even have the option to choose the moves. So winning CMP there is nice. At this point, you just let this go down, even though it had some energy left. Just being able to get ahead here. Gonna have to shield up, but well, you don't have to. You can live and counters resisted, so you could just let this go. Yeah, opting to let it go. More worried about Scrafty. Ooh, now that here comes a second move. So gonna have to shield this. You are at, they dumped energy, and you're at least one disarming voice. Double super effective. You'd think it would take out, but this thing could actually live. Okay, not that one. I think full health it can maybe live, but double super effective is enough to take that out there. Poison's resisted. Everything else neutral. They try to catch on Licky Licky. I was about to say, I think we may even just chip here anyways. So going straight for the meteor beam. Oh my goodness. Look at how much damage that did. Almost takes it out. Puts it in Dragon Tail range. Attack is boosted, so we are staying in here. Down a shield, but that's fine. Boosted. And they're trying to figure out where to go from here. Back into the Ariados. They may lunge you just to try and lower your attack again. Does not quite take you out. Get to a move. They want to keep this alive, which they should. Probably going to grab a shield. And they're going to try and poison you down. Yeah, so they do. Eat it on Skeledirge. Alomomola. So at this point, you just overshield this thing, I think. Not overshield. Use your shield and try to get this out of here because your alignment on Skeledirge is great. So you're basically just trying to chip this thing as much as you can. So here comes the first. Here comes the second. Here comes the third. Basically just trying to get this out of here and then keep an alignment for a Skeledirge here. Here's the third one. May not take out, but it's going to put them within a couple poison. And they try to save it. But Skeledirge isn't going to do anything here. Sorry. They are not going to do anything on your Skeledirge. And then this game is over. Even with the Psychic, it won't take out from this range. So lots of good leads. You haven't had that fighter lead or the ground lead yet. So playing it out, like a tongue comes in. Interesting. Like a tongue. I mean, you're both in the back weak to Ghost. So going the meteor beam and just gonna stay in here. Body slam's resisted. Power up, which they're probably at, would be no, it'd be super effective. So gonna shield that up. Burn a shield, your attack is boosted. Let's see what they come in next. Probably not Skeledirge. Yeah, so Scrafty, Fighter. You can already see that you're like thinking ahead, right? Because they can't come in Skeledirge. And then if you need something that can beat something resistant to fire. So that's why they have, you're already like kind of aware that you may need to instant swap here. So let it go on slowbro. What are they doing? So they let the Scrafty go. Which means they're now going to have to sweep a Skeledirge, which is going to be tricky. Tricky in like even a normal situation. Never mind one that's already at like 50% health. So they bait a disarming voice. That's not going to do it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you can't run with a half health 2 shield Pokemon. Beware. Spammy. And Glassy. So gonna outpace you here. It's gonna hurt. Yeah, even a stomp would hurt, but I don't know if it would take you out. Yeah, even resisted crunches are probably gonna grab a shield here. They probably don't know the moveset either, so they're gonna shield. Gonna commit the second shield. This thing is just spammy. Way spammier than you. They're gonna probably just outspam you here, no? Yeah. You were aware that they were going to spam you, so Caught on the Skeledirge where Stomp and Superpower are both resisted, and the Incinerate registers. Just to get hit with the Soul Rock where the Incinerate is resisted, but you have a Shadow Ball, which is super effective. Grabs that shield. Rock Slide, super effective, so they'll take you out before you get to a move here. Yeah, and then I guess you have to go back into your Tyrantrum. Ooh. Nice freaking catch on the Wiggly. Instant swap though, so now you can just farm down and come out with the move and then one shot with the move. Actually, if they Icy Wind you, lowering your attack. You basically have 2 moves though. So here comes the first surf. Actually, it's super effective, so it's probably even going to take it out, even though it's... Oh no, not even close actually. This is also super effective. So 2 super effective moves back to back will be enough to take out, despite the lowering of the attack. And finally, Mere Dragons, Drudgegon, which most would use over Tyrantrum. Look at those Dragon Tails, absolutely chip. They just outpace you, but that allows you to get the extra Dragon Tail through, which means you're going to take switch and get a move off here. Unless it's a fairy or a fighter, then you're probably going to instant swap. But it is a water Pokemon, instant swapping anyways. You're lucky they're staying in. I'm surprised you didn't throw the Meteor Beam. Water Pokemon is neutral to Tyrantrum. I'm surprised you didn't throw the Meteor Beam to grab a shield or like chip huge and then slowbro. Because if you just locked yourself in this matchup, they're staying in, which you're lucky. But if they got out in something that beat you here, then they would have a water Pokemon on your skeledirge with a shield and you would have been screwed. But for some reason, they're trying to 2-shield whatever's in the back here, which maybe you're only out here. And it is a slowbro, which is going to chip a lot. Burning out the switch clock. Now, 1 move does not take you out. You can live a Brutal Swing. You can live a Surf. Poison's resisted. So there's the Surf. Just going Disarming Voice because these Incinerates are adding up so much that they're going to have to shield. They may be able to poison you down before you... Okay. Yeah, the 5 turn taking a little too long. Do get a move off, but because you didn't get a charge move off earlier, they have a shield, and you have a shield. But I think they probably just outpace you. Yeah, 1 HP outpace you. Yeah, I think how I would have played the last matchup out was I would have Meteor Beamed and grabbed that shield or done an insane amount of chip damage with the Tyrantrum and then aligned with your slowbro so that your potential Skeledirge didn't have to see it. But yeah, timing overall is pretty good. Again, you're pretty good with just like knowing where your swaps are. That if you like saw fighter or fairy, it was like an instant swap because you had 2 answers in the back for both of those, so you just kind of instant swap to there. So that's actually like just smart to know that that Pokemon in the back exists, that you can make that swap. But yeah, you are triple weak to ground. I and a few others have now put out Crocodile. Again, it is tougher to get. I have seen a lot of them, but they are tougher to get because you need a level 15, and I only had 1. Again, lucky that I kept my level 15, so others may not have it. So I don't know. It's one of those things where it's just like, no, you have a lot of double weaknesses here. Triple weak to ground, double weak to dark in the back. Yeah, Licky with Earthquake is going to be a little bit of problems against this team. So just be aware that there are some core breakers out there. Tyrantrum, I don't know. I tried Drudgegon and I didn't like it. I don't know if I'm going to like something that hits maybe a little harder. Maybe not even a bit harder, but is slower to moves. What's the difference in attack stat between these 2 Pokemon? So Drudgegon is ranked number 8. And I think it gets by because it has, yeah, its first move, both moves, Night Slash and Dragon Claw are 4 turn moves. So it only takes 12 to get to. Not 4 turn moves. It takes 3 turn moves to get to. So it takes 12 as opposed to your quickest, which is 15. So right off the bat, that's probably why the rock typing secondary here. You add a fighting weakness, which makes you a little weaker in this meta, I think, as opposed to the dragon only has 3: fairy, ice, and dragon. So again, if you see fairy and ice, that's fine. More like fairy and dragon because there's not a lot of there's like no ice in this meta. Whereas Tyrantrum adds the fighting weakness. You had a couple weaknesses. You had steel, you add fighting, and you add the ground, right? So that's a lot of weaknesses to pick up. You do neutralize some stuff and like extra resistance, like body slam. So that's helpful. Your attack is almost identical. 100. So TYRANTRUM is 130, 113, 116. 130, 113, 116. And Drudge is 131, 110, 117. So barely higher attack, but much worse defense and stamina. But you offset that with your single typing and your movesets getting to the move quicker. So again, that's why it's ranked higher, but it's, you know, I can see the argument justifying. I know you said you played with it because you like the Pokemon, so there's always that. Marie Kondo it. Does it bring you joy? Then play with it. If not, get rid of it. Okay, that is it. Thanks for watching. Again, I think I'll mostly do the Love Cup. Maybe I'll go back and look at the Master League that was sent earlier this season, or if someone wants to send me Master League now, maybe I'll do 1 or 2, even though the videos are going to suck. But to try and grow the audience. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.